Welcome to Vlogmas Day 17. Today I am doing my face palette declutter. I have them all laid out here as opposed to the drawer because the drawer was a little bit hard to reach. So we're going to go through these. We are going to try to declutter as much as I can. I know I have quite a bit that I can let go of. It's gonna be hard, but I know we can do it. We've been doing really good on all of our other declutters. So if you guys like declutters and if you enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. It helps me out a ton when you guys like and comment on my video, so I appreciate you so much. And let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be going through these. I think what we'll do first is go through all of these Jaclyn Cosmetics duos. These are the blush and bronzer duos. I have every single shade, but I definitely don't need all of them. I think there's 6, so let's go ahead and see what we have. First up, ooh, this is a good one. This one is the shade Sunkissed and Bronze Moment. I'm gonna open that and set it aside. Next, we have this one. So this one is definitely going to be too deep for me, so I am going to pass this one along. This is Hot Lava and Cocoa Rich. Next, we have this one here, which is Be Rouge and Espresso Shot. This is another deeper one that I am going to pass along. Next, we have Stay Rosy and Yummy Toffee. Ooh, that's a good one. That one looks like a potential winner. Next, we have Warm Flush and Golden Goddess. This is another really good one. And then we have my favorite, oh wait, no, there's more. There's more. There might be 8. This is Lilac Love and Top Tan. This one is a little bit lighter. I love the blush in this one though. Then we have Pink Me Up and Oh Honey. This one is my absolute favorite. And I feel like, there's gotta be one more, right? There's no way that there's only 7. So I'm definitely going to be keeping Pink Me Up and Oh Honey. Like I said, this one is my favorite. I also definitely want to keep this one. I love the blush in this palette. This is Warm Flush and Golden Goddess. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. All 4 of these look pretty similar, so we're actually going to come back to those. I thought that this was going to be easy, but we're going to have to do some swatching there. Alright, so we're going to set those aside. Next up, we have the Physicians Formula All-Star Palette. This one is great. There's a lot of really good product in here, but I'm actually going to declutter this just because I don't need it. I have a lot of face palettes. I also have a lot of face products in general, so like individual highlighters, blushes, and bronzers, so I definitely need to keep that in mind. This is an absolute keep from Laura Lee. This is the Blush Aesthetic palette. I love this palette. It is so good. This one is for sure a keep. I'm also keeping the Rouge Romance palette. So we have Rouge Romance. This one is the more warm toned one, and then we have Rouge Affair, which is the cooler toned one. Both of those are staying. Lunar Beauty Nude Prism Blush Palette is another one that is an absolute must for me. I love this palette so much. Let's see, we have BH Cosmetics Vanilla Cream Truffle. This is really pretty, but I definitely don't need this, so I'm going to declutter this one. I have a few Alamar Cosmetics palettes. So we have the Colorette Blush Trio. This one I think is the light one. Yeah, this is in Fair Lights. And then we have the Complexion Trio. I think I'll declutter the Complexion Trio and I'll keep the Blush Trio. These blushes are just so pretty. Next we have this Wet n Wild Oh My Star Little Twin Stars palette. I am going to declutter that. It's still brand new. I just don't need to open it. This I'll also declutter. This is the I Heart Revolution Sprinkles Blush Palette. These are more like eyeshadows in my opinion, but I just don't ever use that and I don't need it, so I'll declutter that as well. I do love face palettes, so this is pretty hard for me. Laura Lee Los Angeles, I love her highlights. So we have the Glazed Lit Kit. This one is my favorite. And then we have the Bronzed Lit Kit, which I think I'm going to declutter the bronzed one only because these are colors that I won't use as highlighter. I could definitely use them as eyeshadows, but I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and again, I love Laura Lee and I want to keep both of these for the sake of having her whole entire collection, but I don't need the bronzed one, so I'll keep glazed and declutter bronzed. I have this Morphe palette. This is the highlighter palette. It's the 8Z. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I've had this for a really long time, so I think it's time I let that go. I have the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Blush Palette. This is another one that I will absolutely be keeping. And then I have this Lunar Beauty palette. This is the Outer Dimension palette. This is a really cool like contour and highlight type palette. So this one I am definitely going to keep as well. I have this Lunar Beauty palette. This is the Greek Goddess palette. This is a highlight palette and I actually have never used it before. I'm pretty sure this is discontinued. So I feel like I should declutter this because I don't need it and I could definitely pass that along to somebody else. So I'm gonna declutter it. I know it's Lunar Beauty. I love Lunar Beauty. You guys can use code Paige for 10% off of Lunar Beauty. But again, that palette is discontinued, so you can't even get it anymore. So I think it's safe for me to let it go. I have quite a few Ofra palettes here. I have the Midi Face Palette in Light. This is a super nice little contoury bronzer palette with a beautiful highlighter in here. The shades are Key West, Star Island, and Isla Morada. Beautiful colors. That one I'm gonna keep. Next up we have the Glow Up palette. This one is fantastic. I love this palette. Definitely gonna keep that one. Then we have the Island Time palette. I actually had the full size of this blush, but I decluttered it because I knew I had it in this palette. So this is another one that I am going to be keeping. And then we have the Blushful palette. This was part of their breast cancer awareness collection. This is a beautiful blush palette that I'm going to keep. And then I have the Glam with Susan palette, which is another gorgeous blush palette. So I'm gonna keep all of those. As for the RCMA palettes, I bought these because of Raw Beauty Kristi and I've literally never used them before and I've had these for literal years. So we're gonna declutter those because I do not need them. That was a waste of money for me. Next, I have the Cheek Stars Reunion Tour palette. This is so pretty. Okay, so I have this Benefit palette and then I have this one. This is the Foroscope Earth Angel palette. This has Hula and Georgia and Cookie. And then it also has Honeymoon, which I think is an exclusive shade to this palette. So we're missing Dallas and Sugar Bomb, but I think I'll just keep the newer one. And I don't even know if this one is still available anymore, but we're gonna go ahead and declutter this. I used to love the Benefit cheek palettes. I used to use them all the time. And I still do love them. I think they're great, but I don't need to keep that one. We're getting down to like my more expensive palettes, which is gonna be the like hardest part of this video for me. So we'll go ahead and do these Profusion palettes. We have the Highlight and Contour palette and the Blush 3. So both of these, oh, this one is still sealed. We're gonna declutter that. And this one is still sealed. They're both still sealed. This one is so pretty. I want to keep it, but I don't need it. I really don't need it. I'm trying my best to get rid of as much as I can, and I want to keep that one, but again, I have plenty of singles, but these colors though, you know what? I'm going back on what I said. I'm gonna keep the peachy one, because I think that's my only drugstore face palette, so I gotta keep one drugstore face palette. Next we have this Huda Beauty palette. I actually wasn't super impressed with this palette. This is the Light Glow Obsessions. I don't know what it was, but I just feel like they're not like, I don't know, they're pretty. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but I think I'm gonna declutter that. I have my Jaclyn Cosmetics. These are the like highlighter palettes. I am gonna keep these. I love them so much. Honestly, it's been a while since I've used them, but I am gonna keep them because I think they're great and I'm not ready to let go of those yet. All right, so we have Natasha Denona. So I actually decluttered, what did I declutter? Something that looked like this. It was just like a duo. So this is the Love Glow palette. This is really pretty. Then we have the Tan Bronze and Glow palette, and then we have the Bloom Blush and Glow palette. So of these, the Bloom Blush and Glow is definitely my most used, but I know that this is really old, so I think we're gonna declutter it. Bronze or Tan Bronze and Glow, I'm more tempted to keep this one, so I think I'll keep that. And then this one, the Love Glow Cheek Palette. We'll keep it for now, but we're gonna go through all of the ones that I'm keeping one more time just to make sure I don't wanna like get rid of any additional ones. Charlotte Tilbury, I have these face palettes. I am gonna keep these. These were so expensive and I need to get better use out of those, so we're definitely gonna have to get rid of a few more than I initially anticipated. Next, we have this palette from Pat McGrath, which I actually really like this palette. I think it's nice. I love the highlighter, and this blush formula is great. This is the Divine Blush and Glow Trio in Galactic Sun, so that one's gonna stay. Then we have this Patrick Ta blush palette. This is like super bright. I used it for the first time like a year after purchasing it. So again, we're gonna keep it. Then I have Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Bar of Gold palette. I think it's fantastic. And then we have Hourglass. I have 3 Hourglass palettes. So we have this one, and this one. I think I'm gonna keep this one. And then I'm only gonna let myself keep one of these. And I think it's gonna be this one. So I'll keep the larger palette. This is pretty old. This is the Lighting Edit Ghost, and this is the Lighting Blush Quad Ghost. So I'm gonna keep this palette, and I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. Okay, I just swatched it and now I don't know. Oh, I want to keep it now, but I don't need to. I don't know. We'll see. Back to the bronzer blush duos. This one I'm gonna keep, and this one I'm gonna keep for sure. I think I'll keep this one, and then I'll declutter both of these. So I'm gonna declutter Lilac Love and Top Tan, as well as Stay Rosy and Yummy Toffee, and then I'll keep these 3. So let me lay out all of the ones that I said that I was gonna keep, and then we will go through them one more time. So based on the first round of declutters, I kept 29 and I decluttered 18. So we're doing good, but we're not quite at that 50% mark where I wanna be. So once again, I'm gonna grab ones that I will not be getting rid of. So we're not getting rid of the Rouge Romance palettes. I'm not getting rid of either of the Lunar Beauty blush palettes. The Outer Dimension palette is another must-have. Same with the Blush Aesthetic and the Glazed Lit Kit. Those are all absolute must-haves. The Alamar Cosmetics Colorette Blush Trio, I think I'm going to declutter this one only because I have these colors in other palettes, so I feel like I can let that one go. Charlotte Tilbury, I am going to keep both of these. I definitely want to have those. Same with this little gold bar palette. Natasha Denona. This. So we have the Tan and the Love Glow. I'm gonna see if both of these are still available online. It looks like they're both still available. This one is on sale. The Love Glow is on sale for $29.50, I think. And then this one is full price at $59. No, wait, this is different. This picture that I'm looking at looks different. So we're gonna get rid of both of them. I know, it's crazy. I know. We're gonna do it though. We need to do it. So Profusion, we're gonna keep, and Benefit, we're gonna keep. Ofra, I think I'm gonna keep all of these. Let me just see. Island Time, let me see if all of these are, okay, so these 2 are definitely repeated. Oh, 3. I think I'm gonna keep them all because none of them are like complete repeats of each other, so we're gonna keep all 4 of those. Oh, same with the little bronzer palette, the midi face palette. All right, Pat McGrath. Do I need this palette? I don't think I need it. The packaging is insane and I want to keep it, but I don't think I need it. I'll see if my mom wants that. Patrick Ta face palette. This is super bright and colorful and like fun. I think I'm gonna keep that one. These Jaclyn palettes, I think I'm gonna declutter them from my makeup collection. I think I will put them in my like makeup memory box. I did a video where I went through my makeup memory box where it's like stuff that I don't use but I am not ready to let go of for whatever sentimental reason. So I think both of these are gonna go in there. So we're gonna put those in our declutter pile since we are taking them out of the collection, but I think that's what I'm gonna do with those. Then we have the Hourglass palettes. I don't think either of these are still available, but I want to keep them. I love Hourglass. I literally want like a palette with every single one of their powders in it. I think that would be phenomenal. So I'm gonna keep the ambient lighting palette, and then let me see if these are somehow still available. I don't think they are though. I think I keep both of these as well as the Jaclyn ones. So I'm gonna recount and see where we're at now. So right now I'm keeping 24 face palettes, and let me count my declutter pile. 22, 23, 24. All right, so we're at exactly 50-50. I am so happy with that. It's really hard for me to get rid of stuff like Natasha Denona and Jaclyn Cosmetics, but I just need to cycle through my collection, you know, make some space so that I can really get to use the stuff that I do have and get my money's worth. And I'm excited. I feel good about this curation of face palettes. I'm gonna see if I can fit all of these into one of the smaller drawers in the Alex 9 drawer unit. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try my best. So once I do that, I'll show you what the drawer looks like after. All right, guys, so all of the palettes fit in this drawer. Obviously, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing drawer, but they all fit in here and it closes properly and everything. So now as far as organization goes, we have bronzer, blush, highlighter, face palettes, which I've never had my face palettes fit in one of these smaller drawers before. So this is fantastic. I am so happy to be decluttering half of my face palettes. Literally, I had these in a large Alex 9 drawer unit drawer and they were like barely fitting, like smushed to the brim. So this is fantastic. I'm so happy. I think we did such a good job today. If you guys think that I did a good job, then don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We still have lots of declutters to do. We have eye products, lip products, and eyeshadow palettes. And we have the rest of the year with lots of full packed content, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow in Vlogmas Day 18.